We have a volcanic list, but it's from last format, but it only needs one change that doesn't make any difference for the deck. So I know you guys are going to be excited for that. Make sure you guys smash the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button so you don't miss out on excellent content. So this is Luke Smith's 10-place list from last format, and the only change that you have to make is you have to cut a Tricking of All Calamities for a better cherries target. That's it. That's the only change, all right? Like, I love seeing cool lists like this. This is actually was just sent to me recently, and unfortunately it was a little bit too late to cover it. But I was like, you know what? It's still Volcanics, all right? This deserves it. All right, so basically you play board control the deck, and you disrupt the opponent. So just got to find a better cherries target, all right? We already got LP down here. Maybe Borreload Savage. So we have one copy of Morale Tech, one copy of Scythe. I like those. We have triple copies of Volcanic Rocket, so we can search for, you guessed it, the Blaze Accelerator Reload. We have triple copies of Scattershot, free board wipes. We have triple copies of Volcanic Shell. And we also have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring for the generic hand traps. Triple copies of Nibiru, 2 copies of Ghost Reaper, with 1 Red Eyes and 1 Dark Magician. We also have only 1 copy of Red Eyes Fusion in the deck. You're not trying to bulk down on more than this. You do have to commit your normal summon to Volcanic Rocket, so we can actually get the deck going. Alright, we have, well, like I said, triple copies of Prosperity here for filtering. We have triple copies of Sanctum, so we can actually stabilize and play the game. Alright, if you cannot deny your opponent the chance to play the game, you have a slightly harder time, but options. Triple copies of the Blaze Accelerator Reload, triple Solemn Judgment, triple Torrential Tribute, and triple copies of Call the Haunted here. Wrapping up the main deck. Extra deck down here, we have 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 copy of True King of All Calamities, 1 Utopia, 1 Utopia Double, 2 copies of Gagaga Samurai, 2 copies of Abyss Dweller, 1 Dagusto Emerald, 1 LP, 2 Verte, and triple copies of the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, which means, this leads me to, man, I wonder who at his locals is ruining his day that he has to play the double Ghost Reaper to counteract the Utopia double, because that's absolutely hilarious. I guess you could play the double or nothing in here for the OTK. We have triple copies of Forbidden Droplet, triple copies of Lightning Storm, 2 Godarla, 1 Gamma Seal, triple copies of Lancia, and triple copies of Evenly Matched, wrapping up Lucas's list. Now, like I said, this is old format. It doesn't really matter. The format didn't shift too crazily for a local scene, but this is peak right here. And I do think you Volcanic players out there will get a kick from this. Just getting the chance to kind of see the evolution and things that are happening across the board for decks like this. This is a very good stun concept. I like this quite a lot. Next up, we have Invoked Shadal for everybody, and this was Invoked Shadal, first place from DAVIDT. Hey, look, Phantasma's definitely returned back to the format as more of one of the more optimized cards in today's metagame. Considering the fact that the heaviest hitter deck in the format is Draw Power, it's really good. So we have triple copies of Alistair the Invoker, 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 2 copies of Phantasma Boy, 1 copy of Gishki Ariel, triple copies of Nibiru, 1 copy of Perform Mage Trick Clown, 2 copies of Wendy, 1 Shadal Beast, 1 Shadal Dragon, 2 Hedgehog, 2 Squamata, with 1 Dark Magician and 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon. Spells here are 2 El Shadal Fusion, 1 Foolish Bro, 2 Invocation, triple copies of Magical Meltdown, 1 Red Eyes Fusion, triple copies of Shadal Fusion, triple copies of Super Polymerization, and 1 copy of Terraforming. We have 1 Rush Shadal Incarnation and 1 Schism. Pretty basic stuff, all things considered, for the main deck here, like, honestly. Always been the 1 clown. Down in the extra deck, we have the 1 Verte, the 1 Gravity Controller, the 1 Artemis, 1 copy of the Red Eyes, 1 Dragostapelia, 1 Invoked Ragin, 2 copies of Makaba, 1 copy of Ogoides, with 2 copies of Winda, 2 Construct, and 2 copies of the App Column. Do keep in mind that the 2-2-2 split on this has been pretty much the norm for a while now. You're not trying to bulk down on anymore. Side deck here we have 2 Lancia, 1 Pankratops, 2 copies of Godarla, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, 1 Feather Duster, triple copies of Lightning Storm, and 2 copies of There Can Only Be One. Wrapping up David's list for everybody. Pretty straightforward, all things considered, for this strategy. I can't really talk up dolls any more than that. Next up is Praying Kids. This is Phil Beatty's first place Praying Kids list out of his event. Hey, look, we're playing the Fusion Recycling Plant. Once per turn, discard a card to add a polymerization from your deck or graveyard to your hand. I love the fact that it has the graveyard clause on it. And then you can target 1 monster in your graveyard that was used as fusion material this turn and add it back to your hand. And that's all during the end phase. Hey, you want to pull your Praying Kids monster back out of the dump and use it again for the next turn? Abso-frickin-lutely. Alright, so we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. We're playing the 2 copies of Parallax Seed. I will say this, I've definitely noticed for the long run here that Parallel Exceed as 2 in this deck is absolutely the perfect number. Trying to play 3 of it's just going to run you into some consistency issues, and I feel like at the end of the day, it's just not worth it to take the chance for that potential, oh look, I drew 2 of this, uh-oh, now what do I do? We have triple copies of Dropsies, triple copies of Fansies, triple copies of Lamsies, and triple copies of Roxies. That's your monster lineup. It's pretty straightforward. We have 1 Called by the Grave, 2 copies of Forbidden Droplet, 1 copy of the Fusion Recycling Plant, 1 Instant Fusion, 2 copies of Polymerization, 2 copies of Pandemonium, 2 copies of Prank Kids Place, 1 Pranks, 1 Set Rotation, the 1 Terraforming, 2 copies of the old Thunder Dragon Fusion. Remember, this just makes any fusion that's a Thunder monster. It's actually good. Triple Talents with 1 Plan and triple copies of Solemn Strike. Down here in the next trick, we have 2 Meow Meow. Interesting enough, I know some of the other builds were trying to bulk down on 3 of this, but I feel like you're just better dedicating the resource to the 2. We have 2 copies of Doodle Doop Doop, 1 Bow Wow Bark, 1 Apolloso, 1 copy of the Access Code, with 1 copy of Totally Awesome, 1 Dugaris, and 1 Zeus. We have 1 Weather Washer, 2 copies of the Rocket Ride, and 2 copies of the Battling Butler. This build's not even playing Rip Roaring Rooster. It's in the side deck. We have triple copies of Lancia, triple Godarla, triple Nibiru, 1 copy of the Rip Roaring Rooster, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, and 2 copies of the Earth-Shattering Event. Ooh, enjoy not getting to get access to what you want with this card. I really wish this card had a little bit more playtime in the last format, but alas, here we are. The last list I have for you guys today, this is ENZO FAILLOS' top 8 list. I believe it was from the, what was it, the 1K cash tournament or something? And I'll be honest with you guys, when was the last time you saw Solid out there getting the chance to do something? So we have triple copies of Lancia, still one of the best hand traps out there. Triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Triple copies of Fantastic Boy. Triple copies of Flame Buffalo. Triple copies of Yield Parallax Seed. Gotta take advantage of it. 1 Salamangreat Falco. 2 copies of Foxy. 1 Gazelle. 2 copies of Jack Jaguar. And 2 copies of Spinny. It's pretty straightforward. 2 copies of Cosmic Cyclone because we do not like Eldritch trap cards. We banish them. We have triple copies of Signet Mining. Triple copies of Pot of Desires, 1 copy of Salamangreat Circle, 1 Sanctuary, 2 copies of Will. Hey, we're back to the only playing 2 Will. Triple copies of Infinite Permanence, 1 Salamangreat Rage, and 1 copy of Roar. It's been a little while. Actually, I remember when they were playing 2 Rage. Extra deck down here, we have 1 Jammer, 1 Transcode, 1 Splash Mage, triple copies of Sunlight Wolf, 2 copies of Heat Leo, triple copies of Balinix, 1 Phoenix, 1 Access Code, 1 Baguski, and 1 Abyss Dweller. Side deck here, we have triple copies of Droll and Lockbird, triple copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, triple copies of Twin Twister, and triple copies of Evenly Matched, wrapping up ENZO's list for everybody. Quite an interesting, diverse breakdown of things, all things considered for the metagame. And of course, you guys are going to smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. And I do hope you guys will show some love on the video by liking it for the Volcanic list. Tell me down below, though, what Cherry's target, if you're going to test that, are you going to replace it with? What interesting thing? Are you going to replace it for like Meow Meow? I mean, actually, hitting a meow 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 on it might not be a bad idea if you do have a Prank Kids player at your locals. All right, guys, I'll see your beautiful face back here later on in the day for some more cool, awesome content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.